Hello guys, it's Cheddar from the PokeSweepers. Today I'm gonna play with my RU team that I made in Build a Team video. I already had two battles with it, one in which someone forfeited pretty quickly and the other one where someone kept on time stalling and was too late near the end. So I won both of them, but they were no fun to watch really, so hopefully we can find a decent one this time. The team that he has looks quite interesting. He mostly likely has a fire move on the Clefable or Slowking Fire Blast because he does not have a fire type. I basically always try to go for the Water Fire Groskor, which I have in this team as well, and then add some other good Pokemon. Steelix just goes for the Stealth Rocks, Amoonguss tries to Spore, Tangrowth, physically defensive wall, Slowking physically defensive wall, Muk special wall, Clefable special wall. So this is gonna maybe be a quite stally battle. So I have the feeling Stealth Rocks are gonna be quite important as he has no spinner, but on the other hand I have no spinner either. So let me go for the Glare as he's probably gonna set up his Stealth Rock. But then again, I can't really prevent the Stealth Rocks. I have a safe switch into anything I want, but I do want to go with my Druddigon. I'm gonna click start timer right off the bat just in case. You never know. The battle before, you cannot watch it, but it was just really annoying. So he gets a Paralyzer right off the bat, which is rather annoying for him. I don't know what he went for, probably Stealth Rocks, but it's rather unlucky. So both of us get our rocks up right now. I'm gonna Dragon Tail this time. I actually do miss. He goes for the Roar, and he roars me out into Quagsire. I don't mind, I actually quite enjoy this switch. So let me go for a Toxic, predicting the Tangrowth switch in, but I actually do miss against Steelix, but it was paralyzed anyway, so it's not like it matters. Now he roars me out in the Druddigon again. I don't really mind this. I'm gonna Dragon Tail him out into his Slowking. So what I can do is go into Amoonguss or Magneton, but I might want to switch into Quagsire just in case. But then again, I don't have Water Absorb. I know Magneton can outspeed, so let me just go into that, unless he has maybe a Scarfed one, which you rarely see. But he actually does go for Thunder Wave, which is really annoying to me. I have no Heal Beller on my team. Miltank could be one. I could replace Quagsire with Lantern to get one, but I should be able to deal with this. I'm gonna go for Volt Switch. He might switch into Steelix, but he actually switches into Clefable instead. That did a lot against Clefable. That might as well just straight off the bat tell him that I am this Choice Spec set. So right now I'm going to predict his Slowking switch in and go for the Wild Charge. And if he stays in into Clefable, that will not kill, but it will do a decent amount. So he actually does switch into Slowking here. Pretty nice play for me. I don't know if it really mattered. It did a little under half. So that's quite annoying. I cannot kill him with one more, even though I would outspeed. So honestly, I'm gonna switch into my Magneton yet again. He might pull a double switch, that would be pretty incredible, but he actually goes for the Thunder Wave again. So this time I'm gonna predict this Steelix switch in and go for the Hidden Power Fire, but he does not do that. He just goes for the Slack Off, which is pretty good for him. So I am choiced, and he might know that, but I'm not too sure about that. So I'm gonna go into my Druddigon right now. Maybe I can get a Glare off, I'm not sure. But he might go for another T-Wave, which would be really annoying. He has not shown me his offensive move yet. It might just be Scald or maybe Fire Blast or Psychic, I don't know. So if he wants to make a move, the Jackpot. Just kidding. Please, this is annoying. I don't want this the same happen as like last battle. Okay, finally. So I switch into Druddigon, right? What does he do? He goes for the Scald. Don't get the burn. And guess what? He gets the burn. Now, to be honest, I'm not like a completely offensive set, so it's not too important for me. But I do get to paralyze his Slowking, which is really good for me. His Psychic did 30%, and I'm left with 31, so I might live, might not. I'm not sure what min-max damage is gonna do, but he does bring me down to a point where Burn will kill me, but his attack did not kill me right away. So I do Dragon Tail him out into Tangrowth. I get a free switch into whatever I want. Ooh, this is quite a bad for me. I really don't know what I should do. I think I'm gonna just go into my Magneton, and I am going to Volt Switch out. If he wants to switch in Slowking, maybe predicting Heat Power Fire, that would just be awesome. Muk takes quite some damage, I guess. Tangrowth will take quite some damage too, but this actually is an Amnesia set, and I have never seen that move on Tangrowth. I'm gonna be completely honest with you here. So that's really interesting for me. But it is an interesting one. I might keep that in mind, just in case people are going to run it more often. But this does give me a nice chance to clear Smog. But first I'm going to Spore. He is going to knock off my Black Sludge. No more recovery for me, which might be annoying later. I don't know yet. So I am going to for the Sludge Bomb over the Clear Smog, because he might switch. But he does not do that. He stays in with his Tangrowth. So this time I'm going for the Clear Smog, because none of my moves will kill him right now, so it doesn't really matter anyways. But now he does switch into Muk. Clear Smog doesn't do a lot, it does about nothing, whereas Sludge Bomb might have done twice as much or something, but it doesn't really matter too much. I think I'm just gonna go into Quagsire. That would be a quite good play. He might set up cursors, or he might go for the Gunk Shot apparently. He poisons me, which is a little annoying, but I can't really help it. It's a side effect that the thing has, just like Scald. So I'm gonna go for the Earthquake, no hard predictions or anything. I don't care what he switches in. Anything bar Tangrowth gets hit for decent damage, and Tangrowth is asleep anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. And he actually does switch in Tangrowth apparently. So what I can do is go into my Amoonguss again, but actually this time I'm going to switch into Emboar. So he stays in. Okay, that's interesting. This time I might click Earthquake. No, I'm just gonna click Flare Blitz. Whoop, don't take it out, but it does do a lot. Yep, it did a lot. So if I go for one more, I would take it out. But you know, let me go for it. I don't feel like taking risks. Like Amoonguss could go to sleep if he wakes up and I switch that in, and going to Miltank, that might just take a lot of damage, and maybe some unnecessary Stealth Rock damage here and there. So now he brings a Steelix, which is half questionable because Flare Blitz will do a lot. Do I still need this Emboar? Otherwise I'm just gonna click it. Well, it's a little safer to go into my Quagsire and save it. He goes for the Earthquake. It does a good amount, but it doesn't do too much. So I'm gonna go for the Recovery here, see what he does. He might switch into Muk, taking a Scald, or Clefable taking a Scald. Muk apparently. Muk would take a lot from an Earthquake, so I am going for the Earthquake right now, just to see what he's going to do. I know I'm normally poisoned, and not toxic poison, so I won't take more damage every turn. So he goes into Amoonguss, scouting the Earthquake, which was quite a good play in my opinion. So right now I'm gonna predict the Grass move and go into my Miltank, try and get an attack boost from a Sap Sipper. So let's see if that happens. If it does, it's gonna be amazing, And yes, it does. So I feel pretty proud about this because it's something that I half came up with myself. So let me go for a double edge, as it will do a lot against anything bar Steelix, which I doubt he will switch into. So he does go and switch into Slowking. I am gonna go for an Earthquake right now because he might switch into Steelix and I won't take double edge recoil. He does switch into Steelix. Let me see how much that does. It does under half, but it does do a decent amount. So to be honest, I'm gonna try staying in, go for a milk drink to get my health back. Also, the reason why I'm carrying Ice Sponge is to hit stuff like Aerodactyl. I actually already mentioned that, but it doesn't matter. And I can maybe hit some grass types a little better. But his grass type is now dead, being Tangrowth. He got paralyzed. He might have wanted to go for the Roar or something. I'm not sure. We won't figure out because he'll get paralyzed. But now he does go for Roar. He drags me out into Quagsire, which could not have gone any better in my opinion. So now I'm gonna go for a Scald, hoping to get a burn against basically anything, or take out Steelix if he decides to stay in for some reason, which I doubt he will. But actually he does, so that's a dead Steelix. This battle is going quite well. It's a long battle, being 31 turns so far. This might take like half an hour or something, but still it's gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna switch into